Hey, so now we are going to focus on solving proportions. This is kind of like solving equations. It actually is, but just a little extra fraction stuff to it that's important to know. Let's take a look. Okay, so just like the last video when we were comparing whether or not fractions were equivalent or not, we are going to use that cross multiplication method. The difference here is that it's saying these are equal. It's telling us right there with that equal sign that this guy equals that guy, right? So we are still going to use that cross multiplication, but we know that when we cross multiply, we're going to have equal values because we know it's equal. So 5 times 4 is 20, right? So last time I was like writing it up here. You can do that if that helps, but I'm going to put it down here because we're going to work further with it. So that's 20. And then I'm going to cross multiply here, v times 10, which is 10v, right? Or 10v, you could put it there if you like. But we know that these are equivalent this time. So I can go ahead and stick a little equal sign right in there. And now what we're looking at is a one-step equation, right? 10 times v, how do you undo a times? Divide. So we're going to divide by 10 here. We're going to divide by 10 here, right? Because these will cancel out. 10 divided by 10 is 1. That's why we did it. So it's like 1v, or just plain old v is coming down. 20 divided by 10 is 2. So we solved this proportion. We solved for the variable, and the answer is 2. I often get questions like, I don't know which one to write first. So I'm going to do it the other way and show you that it doesn't matter. Okay, so I couldn't tell if I was recording or not. So this is the same problem I just did, right? But last time when I had said 5 times 4, I wrote the 20 here. You don't have to. 5 times 4, if you want to write 20 here, that's cool. And then v times 10, 10v, v. So you can see it doesn't really matter which side we write our stuff on. Equal is equal, fair is fair. 20 divided by 10 is 2. So either way, you're going to get an answer of 2. Okay, so we now have like 3b. The variable's not really by itself, but that's okay. So what we're going to do this time, same. Cross multiply. 7 times 8 is 56. Again, it doesn't matter what side I write it on. It doesn't matter. So 7 times 8 gives me that 56. Now 5 times 3b, you tell me what that is while I find my marker that I dropped. Right? 3b times 5, 3 times 5 is 15b, right? So I do have students that say, I thought these are not like terms. Why am I multiplying? You can multiply whenever. Like terms is for like adding and subtracting, that you can't combine them. But you can always go ahead and multiply. Okay, so that being said, 15 times b, we're going to undo it by dividing by 15. Okay, and 15 divided by 15 is gone. That's why we did that. 56 over 15, you can leave it like that. You can convert it into a mixed number, but actually, believe it or not, the higher you go in math, the better it is to leave it like that. But you can do it either way. You can convert it or put it in like that. It will accept both answers. All right, so here we're going to talk about something pretty important, and it is an area that students have a tendency to like sort of mess up on. So let's really focus. Okay, first we have 7 times 10, which is 70. 70. Equal sign can come down. Okay, this is where it's a little strange. It's 3 times this whole thing, okay? So it's not just 3 times k. It's not just 3 times 2. It's 3 times this whole thing. And when we're talking whole things in math, when we're talking about a quantity, right, you can kind of picture parentheses around it, right? Because it's 3 times the whole thing. So what you're going to want to put is 3 times the whole thing. Yeah? Now we have to do a distribution. 3 times k is 3k. 3 times 2 is a positive 6, which equals 70. Okay, so now we're at a 2-step equation. Pause the video, you solve it. Okay, how did we do? Not really sure you can see very well, so let's take ourselves over here. And your final answer, 64/3, which is fine to leave like that. If you would rather put it in a mixed number, you can do that. But it's okay to leave it improper. All right, I'll see you guys for the next one.